All right, sir. Are you Christopher Curtis Ray? And Mr. Ray, you were previously in court and entered a plea of guilty to forgery of a financial instrument. It was enhanced to a third-degree felony. That was an open plea to the court. I have received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
We have, Your Honor.
Are there any additions or corrections to the report?
Nothing.
All right, Mr. Rojas, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, Mr. Ray is here this morning asking for probation. I realize that the PSI, he realized that the PSI, according to the PSI, I believe his sixth felony. He's only had, with those felonies looked to me like he's only had one term of probation. It was revoked back in 2000, I believe. That's the only term of probation he's ever had for felonies. I suspect just he was in jail and probably had credit time served on the other ones. To his credit, even though he was not on probation, was during one of his times in prison, he did some things to benefit himself. He successfully completed the safety program. He got his GED, and I think at one point he even he was sent to and successfully completed the ISF program. So he does have the ability, he has shown the ability to make progress. And again, he did the safety and the GED. Not as a condition of probation, something he did on his own while he was in prison to better himself. He's telling me that if he were to be granted probation, he's got a job. He's going to be able to go back to his previous job as an auto mechanic. The owner of the shop has reached out to him or told him that as soon as he gets released to go back, he still has a job there with him. He is the only caretaker for his elderly mother. His father died, I think, around 5 months ago. His mother is home living alone, and he would be the only caretaker for her since the father has passed away. Looks to me like he also has a case out of Harris County he's currently on probation for. And I talked to him about that. He says he spoke with somebody from Harris County. They're not going to revoke him. I think there was a bill that came up after that probation. They're not going to revoke him based on that. So he still is on probation from Harris County. And according to this PSI, they see the low risk for reputation on probation. So we're asking the court to consider all that and grant them a term of probation.
All right, thank you. Ms. Ralphino?
In which he was attempting to pass a $20,000 forged check, which I assume had to be some kind of connection to the person at that business for him to get his hands on that check. Based upon that and his criminal history, I just can't in good faith agree with probation being satisfactory in this case. He's continued to commit the same type of offenses after this offense, and my read of it is that he's currently on parole, not on probation. Nothing like upwards of a 5-year sentence.
It looks like I think the way I read it, he's on parole and probation. Two felony offenses that were committed after this one was committed, and this one was committed after 3 felonies convictions. I mean, Mr. Ray, really, what Mr. Rojas said about you going to safety in the past and bettering yourself is great. And the fact that you went to ISF just in 2019 and that after that, I mean, it kind of totally just diffuses his whole argument. And he's trying to pull out anything to help you. And I appreciate he's doing that, and you should too. But all it does is point out to me that you have all the tools and you continue to break the law. And the same thing of forgeries and burglary and fraudulent use of possession. I mean, it's just stealing from people or places. And I agree with Ms. Malfino. I can't in good faith put you on probation. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty to forgery of a financial instrument freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of that. Sentence you to a term of 5 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Correction. You do receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody, but the law gives you the right to receive. This was not an agreement. I'm handing you the trial court certification of your right to appeal. You do have some rights to appeal. You can talk to Mr. Rojas about that. I have also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition or
Asterisk, the judge's tone shifts from consideration to finality. She acknowledges the effort, but makes the line unmistakably clear. Having the tools and choosing crime anyway leaves the court no room for probation. 5 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice is imposed, not as punishment alone, but as consequence. One question remains for viewers. How many chances is too many before accountability outweighs rehabilitation? Follow for more courtroom breakdowns where real consequences meet real decisions. Asterisk.